Good morning, friends. We are having an extra stay home day today. I am so sad that I don't get to see all of you. But instead, I'm going to share some stories with you and some activities with you while you're having your stay home days. And I'm having my stay home days because you can see I have my Christmas tree here and all my stuff is around me. I have to be at home too. So, today we're going to read a story about Ruby. And Ruby is a very happy little girl, but sometimes she finds a little worry. And the story is about how Ruby learns to work through and deal with her worry. So, my story today is Ruby finds a worry. The author is Tom Percival. Can you tell your grown-ups what the author does? We've been talking about this a lot at school. Think about it. The author writes the words. I know that you knew that, and you told your grown-ups too. On the front cover here, I'm not seeing an illustrator, so we'll have to open the book and see if there's an illustrator. But what does the illustrator do? If the author writes the words, the illustrator must tell your grown-ups. Let's see if you know. Did you tell them that the illustrator makes the pictures? I sure hope so, because that's what we've learned at school. Look here. On this page, there is no illustrator. So Tom Percival, who is the author, must also be the illustrator. That happens sometimes, and that's pretty cool. That means they made this entire book all by himself. Ruby finds a worry. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing up high. And she loved to explore wild, far away places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the very bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day she discovered a worry. It wasn't a very big worry. What could Ruby's worry be? It's just a little tiny one. In fact, it was so small that at first Ruby hardly noticed it. But then the worry started to grow. Each day it got a little bigger. So over here, the worry is so tiny, just sitting by her. And then it gets a little bigger. It's almost as big as her body from her feet to her neck. And then look at it sitting beside her in the chair. It's getting so big. What is that worry? What's Ruby going to do about it? It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box. And it was still there at night when she brushed her teeth. The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry, not even her teacher. Did you know that? When you have a worry, right here, like Ruby, your grown-ups can't see it. What can you do to help your grown-ups understand your worry? Maybe tell them about it? You think that'll make your worry get smaller again? We'll see what Ruby does. So Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. She tried to carry on as if everything was normal, but it just wasn't. The worry was always there, stopping her from doing the things that she loved. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realize it, but she was doing the worst thing you could ever do with a worry. She was worrying about it. Oh, now the worry was enormous. Her worry is bigger than her. Oh no! What is Ruby going to do about her worry? It could barely fit in the kitchen at dinner time. It filled up half the school bus. And it took up whole rows at the movie theater. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about, and it seemed like she would never feel happy again. Then one day, something unexpected happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park. He looked how she felt. How do you think that little boy feels with the blue worry beside him? How do you think Ruby's feeling with her worry? Pretty sad, huh? And then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? Ooh, now Ruby and her friend are going to have to figure out how to work through their worries. It was. Ruby realized that she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. She asked the boy what was on his mind, and as he told her, the strangest thing happened. What do you think is happening? His worry began to shrink. Then Ruby did the best thing you can ever do if you have a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. Soon, both of their worries were gone. So, what was Ruby's solution to her worry? She talked to a friend. You can talk to a friend. You can talk to a teacher. You can talk to a grown up at your house. All of us would be so happy to help you figure out how to overcome your worries. Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Of course, that wasn't the last time she ever had a worry. Everyone gets them from time to time. What do you think teachers and grown-ups worry about? Right now, I'm very worried about all my friends, and I hope that you stay very, very healthy and get to come back to school so soon. But now that she knew how to get rid of them, they never hung around for long. Thanks for joining me for a story, friends. I'll see you later with something else fun.